everybody. Chef Jerome Judge here. Just got back from the marketplace. What a day. What a day. It's a fall day in Georgia. Doesn't get any better this time of the year than we're right here in good old North Georgia. What do you say we go inside and make some savory food? Just going to unpack the rest of these groceries. All right, welcome back. BloatedChef.com, Chef Jerome Judge here, aka Chef Bighead. Welcome back to another installment of recipes off the rails. So, what are you looking at on our big booze cutting board today? Looks like a little ricotta mix. What do I got here? A little bit of shredded cheese mix, Parmesan cheddar feta. I got a couple of spuds, some Brussels sprouts, yum. Look at that, some Swiss chard. Couple sun-dried tomatoes and gnocchi mushrooms. Yeah, I see some shishito peppers too. Wow, let's put this all together in a nice savory pie. Here it comes, right at you. Savory potato pie, bloated chef style. All right, now, before we get to that fabulous crust, we need to go ahead and work smart. We've got our mise en place set up. So let's go ahead and salt our water. It's boiling, so we drop our potatoes in there. Cover those up. Get those to a boil. Right then, here we are. We've got our potatoes boiling, our sun-dried tomatoes rehydrating, and now we're going to put a quick and hard sear on these Brussels sprouts. Just one side. We don't want to cook them all the way through. That way they'll cook up all the way while they're inside the custard, okay? Alright, we've wilted those down, a little bit of salt and pepper, and now we're going to add just a little bit of sherry to deglaze these. Alright, so as you can see here, those have pretty much wilted down to nothing. So we're going to go ahead and add them to the same bowl. We've got our Brussels sprouts in because these are all just going to get chopped up. Alright, savvy secret here. Chef Bighead savvy secret. Shishito peppers, delicious. Okay, but if you don't give them a little score like this, they tend to puff up, and sometimes, folks, they will explode, and you could literally get some nasty seeds and liquid that's inside, all the juice. It may pop up and hit you in the face. Not pleasant. So, we put a little incision in them, and now, little savvy secret / industry tip. Take your Metro Grate or your little riser, put them over an open flame, and drop your shishitos right on top, and you get a beautiful char. Yummy! Look at these things. These will be for something else. Let me tell you something. You roast these like this, wrap them up, let them steam, throw them in the middle of a sandwich, on a salad, on a pizza. Yum. Yum! Alright, while we're waiting for those potatoes to get done, let's go ahead and knock out a quick pie batter, or pie dough if you will. What I've got there is basically, this is a doubled up recipe, but that's 2½ cups of all-purpose flour. I've already added about half a teaspoon. It requires basically half a teaspoon per batch, this, but we're going savory, so we're going to go off the rails a little bit. I'm going to use some ground black pepper, freshly ground, and off the rails completely with a little Chinese five spice powder. This will make that dough really pop, okay? And that's really all it is. Alright, get a look at these spuds. These should be done. I see a little pop in the skin. Okay, there's just a tad bit of resistance, and that's what we want. Because again, this is all going to carry over and cook up when it's inside that stuffing and in the pie and in the oven, okay? Alright, step 2. What I have here is some bacon grease and some butter, so we're really going to make this dough be nice and rich. It's about a 1/3 cup for one batch, so that's a double batch we're going to put in there. Alright, on to our next, close to final step. Typically this recipe at a ×1 batch will call for about a ¼ cup of water, but it's more by feel. So I got about a ½ a cup there. It's room temperature water. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons in there right now. And you guys want to just kind of work that in until you start to see enough possibility of it sticking together. You don't want to make it too wet, so don't put in too much water at a time, obviously. Okay? Just keep working it, keep working it, keep working it. So I'm just going to need more, but as those lumps get bigger, that means they're going to start to stick together more and your dough is going to start to come together. So let's go ahead and add another, I don't know, 2 tablespoons or so and see how that does. Alright, so as you can see, this has really come together to the point where you can actually pick it up, roll it into a ball. Looks pretty pliable. I'm thinking it's damp enough. I'm thinking it's dry enough. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go with that. But this is perfect because you'll be able to go ahead and just right through them with a regular old kitchen knife, a butter knife. Get them in there. Ooh, they're actually still pretty hot, as you can see the steam's coming off them. That's good, because this means it's going to mash easier while they're warm, and also that mix is going to come together and bind. Alright, so spuds are chopped and busted up. I'm going to go ahead and add all of these components together now. Look how good and how bright and how amazing that looks. And good. Take the big remaining chunks of potatoes, break them down into smaller chunks. Okay. Alright, from here the ricotta mix, go ahead and season that as well. Okay, fair amount of pepper and a fair amount of salt, remember. Alright, so here's our cheese mix, cheddar cheese, a little bit of feta cheese, and some shredded Parmesan cheese. Let's see how much we want to throw in there. Let's just throw it all in there. Let's get that all incorporated around. This is going to be a spectacular savory pie. Now,